Alright, hi everyone. So for this question, let's complete the blanks in each of these sentences with the appropriate number. So here we're talking about hybridization, right? And specifically, when orbitals undergo hybridization, the type and number of each type of orbital is, of course, going to determine the type and the number of hybrid orbitals formed. So that sounded like a mouthful, right? So let's say we have X amount of s orbitals plus y amount of p orbitals plus z amount of d orbitals. So after hybridization, the type of hybrid orbital that you're going to form is going to directly depend on the amount of each individual orbital you have, right? So each hybrid orbital, the amount of each individual orbital is going to correspond directly to our coefficient, right? The amount of each individual orbital. So each individual hybrid orbital is going to have X amount of s orbitals, Y amount of p orbitals, and Z amount of d orbitals within it. Now, the total number of these hybrid orbitals is going to be the sum of each coefficient. So I should actually probably give myself a bit more space just so that it's easier to see. So I'm going to move this off to the side here. And like I mentioned before, the number of hybrid orbitals is going to be the sum of each of your coefficients. So your x plus y plus z. So now let's go ahead and apply this math to parts 1 through 3. Part 1 here features sp3 d orbitals after hybridization. So within the hybrid orbital, let's go ahead and match our superscripts to our coefficients for each individual orbital. So sp3d corresponds to 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, and 1 d orbital. So now that we've figured out the coefficients, our total number of hybrid orbitals equals the sum of all of them. So 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5 sp3d orbitals after hybridization. And now we can focus on part 2. And part 2 features sp3d2 orbitals after hybridization. So we have 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, and this time we have 2 d orbitals. So your total number of hybrids is going to be equal to 1 plus 3 plus 2, so that's going to be 6 sp3d2 orbitals after hybridization. And now lastly, for part 3, we have sp3d3 orbitals. So that's 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, and 3 d orbitals. So those are going to produce 1 plus 3 plus 3 equals 7 sp3d3 orbitals after hybridization. So just to recap, right, for part 1, our blanks are going to be 1, 3, 1, 5. For part 2, our blanks are going to be 1, 3, 2, 6. And for part 3, our coefficients, or rather our blanks, are going to be 1, 3, 3, 7. So this corresponds to option C within the multiple choice. And so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found this helpful.